Yeah, nothing really happens in this. It's not even a surprise. It's not even a surprise. Yeah, so I can act well. I'll pretend to be surprised. I hope this is because I told you to do it yesterday. Day before yesterday. Huh? It was a very lovely card last year. Yeah. Very nice. I kept it. Yeah, oh, really fun. And like, yeah, and your files and all the things I say on set.
Bye bye.
I would like to congratulate all the national finalists who are amongst us today. It's been a long and challenging journey, but you have all come out victorious. Well done. Let's have a long round of applause for the top 16. Spell Bee is an educative spelling competition that was started in India in 2009. While the past 6 seasons have seen Spell Bee evolve qualitatively and in scale, Classmate Spell Bee Season 9 added new dimensions to the property's experience and took the competition to the next level. This year's theme, Every Child is Unique and So is Every Word, was an endeavor to celebrate uniqueness in children. The competition created a platform to give students across India the opportunity to explore their unique spelling skills and excel. The largest school-level competitions in India. Season 9 searched far and wide over the past 3 months for the country's ultimate spelling wizard. And I'm glad to let you know that we found much more than what we were looking for. In the end, all 16 participants emerged as champions in their own special ways. The program thereby helped students develop a better command over the language. I'd like to end by thanking everyone associated with the property this year for giving not just the top 16, but each participant something special. Geeks, but I found guitarists, I found musicians, I found quizzers, I found Olympiad winners, I found politicians, lawyers. I found every kind of student who was motivated to excel in whatever they did. For these students, spelling was not a be-all and an end-all. It was just one of the many things they excelled at. And whether it was challenging each other to complicated spellings, Tishak, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, or Mr. Nripendranath Thakur to say a few words on Classmate's association with Spell-B Season 9.
Good afternoon. I looked at my watch to know it's noon or afternoon, that's why. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Classmate as a brand has always tried to nurture the uniqueness of each and every child. When we started this brand, about 10 years back, we started with Classmate Young Authors Contest. So we thought writing is once helped us to get into certain skills which is generally not carried on in the students with the generation of SMS. But one of the things which research states that if you grope for words, your cognitive resources will be utilized in that, not for your imagination. So that's why this is one of the skills which we are working. And we want to take it beyond. We want to take it from the time it starts. So we are also looking at products which will take it when the child develops from the age of 2, this particular skills. So we have got into certain board games which we have just launched in some of the sites of Amazon and others to start building this particular skill from that young age, so that today what we are seeing 16, we see more of them coming up. At the same time, our other stationery range, end of the day, you require a paper to write. You can spell, but end of the day you write, and that is what you put into your mind. All of us actually portray an image. So we have got an image, we have got a sound. These are the few things which we can relate to a word. And I think we are trying to develop products like notebooks, pens, pencils, art, everything to develop these skills of cognitive skills. We will continue to be with Spell-B and nurture this unique talent of our country and take it beyond whenever we get an opportunity. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the entire team of Spell-B, I would like to thank Classmate for having extended their support to our initiative and help give us students an enriching experience this year. Our next speaker is known to everyone and needs absolutely no introduction. Actor and also the show host on Classmate Spell-B Season 9, she has perhaps the smartest and the most well-educated mind in the film industry, certainly the sharpest wit. She is Miss Soha Ali Khan.
Thank you for that very generous introduction, Samyukta. I think I have to start today's short speech by congratulating Classmate Spell-B's Season 9's champion, Pratyasha Nath. Very well done. It was really an incredible performance, and you did so well. I was so impressed by you. I have to mention your fellow contender in Aman. In fact, I was so impressed with the both of you because both of you are comebacks from the previous season, and both of you displayed something which this competition really imbibes, which is the ability to come back from some kind of downfall whenever a challenge is presented to you. You took that in your stride, and you worked hard, and I especially saw that, Aman, in your performance. You were almost perfect, especially with that amazing score of 80 points at the end of round 1 and round 2 in your semi-final. You blew us all away. I saw an increased confidence in you, in both of you this year. And those things really inspire me. They inspire all of you. All 16 of you inspire me today. All of you, of course, as you've been told many times, are champions. All of you are winners. The fact that you made it through 3 lakh students and 1,000 schools to be here today, you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. Your parents, some of your grandparents are here to support you, and I am always blown away by you. It's such a pleasure to host Classmate. I think it's my 5th season this time, and I do hope it continues because it keeps me on my toes. I get to interact with lots of young people, and I don't do that on a daily basis. I get to remind myself of all
the amazing and confounding things in the English language. Again, something I rarely get to do. It's a language that is constantly expanding. It's impossible to understand. There are no rules, and you have to work very hard to master it. And all of you are very young, and you're well on your way to becoming masters. This is something that a lot of people feel is not important in today's computer-aged world, where you have technology, where you have autocorrect, where you have spell checks, which we all use from time to time. But the fact that you don't need those things, and that you found your way and a comfort level and a mastery to an extent of the English language is something that makes you really special, and something that you should be very proud of. I think that I have to congratulate Classmate. I have to congratulate the Times of India and Radio Mirchi for really taking the initiative to put this together for many, many years. It is something I think that we should all be proud of, that we are now in season 9 and that we are on television, like I said last year. It obviously shows that this is a skill and a competition that is worth investing all the time and effort and money that everybody in this room has. So I'm very excited to be able to be the face of the competition for so many reasons. Again, like I said last year, the most precious thing about this competition is the chance that I get to interact with all 16 of you. I know it happens in a very rapid way. We shoot 5 episodes, but we shoot it in a really compact amount of time. But I still feel that I've got to know each of you in some way. We have a little brief chat before we start the competition. And like Samyukta said, there's so much more to all of you, apart from just your academic records, apart from your love of spellings. And that's what I think really impresses me. I know that among 16 of you, for example, we have 2 budding novelists, which is incredible, again, at this young age, in Sanjana and in Adya. I really wish you best with those novels, and I look forward to buying them in a bookstore one day. I hope that all of you follow your dreams. There's Preetham, who I'm sure one day will invent that gadget and perhaps also uncover another element. There is Hemant, who sang for us. It took a little bit of coaxing, but he sang so beautifully, and I hope you continue to sing. There was Pratyasha, of course, who rapped for us, and that was so much fun. And it's difficult, and we usually associate people who spell to be nerds and geeks, and really, in many ways, as I said again last year, geeks are cool. It's really cool to be a geek today. And you're more than that, so don't let that define you. All of you are multi-talented and very, very special. I hope, again, as I said, that all of you will continue to follow your dreams. Garv, you want to take over Google one day? I hope you will. I'm sure you will. And it's always, as I said, it's always a pleasure to get to know you. I hope to be back next year, and I do hope to see some of you. I think, Garv, you're our youngest contestant, and you came so close to winning. Aman, again, came so close to winning. So I do hope to see you and many of you who didn't make it to the finals next year. Until then, be good to your parents, and continue to be celebrities. Thank you.
Thank you, Soha. It gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage Mr. Mahesh Shetty, Chief Operating Officer of Entertainment Network India Limited, to share his views.
Hi friends, it's a pleasure to be standing here and talking to this audience of bright minds. I'm sure our country has a bright future ahead, okay, with you guys around. I'd like to congratulate all 16 of you. You guys are winners, okay? And I think it was a wonderful last few rounds. I happened to see it live, and frankly, if you ask me, I struggled to spell some of them, okay? And I mean, every time you watch a spell bee, you're actually, as an audience also, you're also trying to, play along. And I think you guys are simply wonderful.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon stage Mrs. Paige Kimball, Executive Director, Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Beginning today, I would just like to thank first all of the spellers and congratulate you and let you know just how overwhelmingly pleased and delighted we were by your accomplishments and your welcoming us to this competition and letting us see all of your hard work on display. We'd like to thank all of the mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and teachers, because we know that so much of who these children are and who they will become are a result of what you do in the home and in the classroom. So thank you very much. We'd also like to thank and salute Radio Mirchi, Times of India, and Classmate for what they do to support the program. Coming from the position in the United States of organizing a program and working with corporate partners and brands, we know exactly what this is all about and how important it is. And being able to unite brands and companies with good causes like this one are difficult to do, but they've done it here and they've done it extremely well. So congratulations to everyone involved in that effort. So this year, Classmate Spell Bee celebrates its 9th anniversary. In the United States, the Scripps National Spelling Bee will celebrate its 90th anniversary. And so I would like to share a little bit of a story with that. So what we know is that in the 1920s, a small town newspaper in the middle of the United States said, let's have a national spelling bee. And they recruited 8 other newspapers in the United States, mostly in the Midwest, to find spelling champions and to send them to Washington, D.C. And so they held the first national spelling bee. And there were 9, like I said, 9 competitors. There were maybe a few thousand participants all over the United States. Thank you much for having us here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now may I request all the 16 participants to come up on stage and collect a certificate from Mr. Nripendranath Thakur as a token of recognition for your achievement this year. Please come up on stage as I call out your names. First, we have Adya Shukla from Delhi Public School, Rohini in Delhi. She is On our first runner-up, Aman Ahmed, a student of class 9 from St. Michael's School in rupees 2 lakh courtesy classmate. She, along with one parent, also wins an opportunity to witness the Scripps National Spelling Bee 2017 in Washington, D.C. I request the dignitaries to please sit down. Sorry, on the stage is fine. The floor is now open for question and answer.
Yes. So my first question is for Mr. Nripendranath. So how, so the competition is going to
Yeah.
So the association with Spellbee will complete a decade next year. How do you think the competition has started transforming students' lives?
See, one thing we have found is that it has expanded the reach. So the more number of students have coming to the Spellbee contest. What we heard that 11 million in US. We all know what is the population of the country. So what should be our endeavor in the next 3-4 years should be reaching that number. And even if you see US Spellbee, who are the people? You have got the Asian and Indians who will be the winners or the runners. So why?
It's great. Okay. See, as a brand, Radio Mirchi is known primarily for entertainment. And this is, in the entire year, this is one of the things that we do, which is in the edutainment space. Like Soha was saying that, normally you look at spellers as geeks. I think, I mean, as a brand also, we don't think like that. We think that each child is special and most children are multi-talented. And this is one more attempt from the Mirchi stable to find champions. We find, we do activities where we find champions in music, we find, school bands through our activities. And this is one of our attempts to find champions who are champion spellers. But like I said, they are multi-talented. And it feels great that in our entire stable of properties that we have, Spellbee is right on top. And yeah.
Thank you.
My question is to Soha. You just mentioned that the children inspired you. So could you narrate one incident which changed your perception of life or something? And which was the child who did it and what?
Like I think I mentioned, each of them inspire me. Just the fact that I have hosted this for 5 years now and I interact with these students. I know how hard they've worked to come here. In this particular instance, I think I made a special mention of Aman. Pratyasha, of course, has won this year. He came close to winning, but I did interact with him last season as well. And the fact that he surpassed his achievements of last year and that he made it so close to being the champion this year, and just also the fact that I could see a change in him. He answered and spelt all of those questions with so much confidence, with an ease, and then I think he was a little, was it tobogganing? Yeah, I think it's going to be your least favorite sport, but that threw him off a little bit, which was unlucky and unfortunate. So, but apart from that, I mean, we have Garv here, who's only 12 years old, who was competing with other contestants who were 15, so 3 years his senior. There are many, so all of them really inspire me.
Thank you.
My question goes out to Paige, Miss Paige Kimby. As per global standards, what according to you, I mean, in terms of quality, how has the response been in India this season?
The standard of competition and administration of this competition is very high. We have had the privilege of attending spelling bees all over the world, and this is certainly one of the best run with the best spellers. So India should, yes, give yourselves a round of applause for that one.
As I heard that this Classmate champion would be allowed to watch the national competition in US, is there any possibility that in future this champion would be allowed to compete?
So the Scripps National Spelling Bee right now is operating under a freeze, an expansion of international participants. That freeze has been in place since 2008. But we're here and we're visiting other places in the world because we know the interest is high and we would like to find a way, a meaningful way for everyone who's interested in this program here and in other parts of the world to connect with our program. So we're working on it. Thank you.
Do tune in to the Discovery Network in the next few months to catch all the exciting episodes of the national finals. Classmate Spell Bee Season 9 airs exclusively on the Discovery Channel, Discovery Kids, and Discovery Tamil. On behalf of Classmate Spell Bee Season 9, I take this opportunity to thank each and every one present here today. It was lovely having you here. I would also like to thank all the partners. Title partner, Classmate, powered by the Times of India. Education partner, Times NIE. Television partner, Discovery Kids. Event partner, Victor Tango. Television production by BBC Productions. Process advisors and official tabulators, KPMG. This is an initiative by Radio Mirchi. I now request the finalists to come up on stage for a group photograph.
So, what do you want to say about the Indian largest competition of Spell Bee? How's the whole experience with the children?
It was an incredible experience. This is now in season 9, Classmate Spell Bee, and the competition gets bigger and bigger every year. It's expanding to include more students. They've increased it to social media applications and games. In fact, adults also compete when they watch the show. They can interact live and compete and pit their skills against, these 12 to 15-year-olds, which is wonderful. And I'm so excited. I hope next year it's going to get even bigger and bigger, and I'm so excited to be hosting it.
After looking this whole season 9, is there any thinking change about the competitions and the precision has been changed? What do you learn from the children?
I learn a lot. I mean, every year I'm presented with a new a word bank with, impossible to pronounce words, so I can't imagine spelling them. So it really helps me to hone my own skills, because it's been a while since my English language skills have been tested, and they don't get tested on an everyday basis in my line of work. But I love the English language. I find it puzzling, but I find it such a challenge. And I really like the fact that, we all spend so much time trying to master it so that we can spell well, we can read, we can write. It's very important in life.
Look at this, all this reminds something behind your class times.
Yes, of course. Every time I meet students, I'm reminded of my school days where I had a great time. I was a very good student. In fact, some of my history notes are still used even today, my history teachers, and I loved all my friends. I think, again, the spirit of camaraderie and sportsmanship that these children have displayed is something that I really respect and appreciate. It is a competition at the end of the day, but they help each other. They were rehearsing just before we were playing the competition as well. It's not like they were being secretive, like Samyukta was saying, and hiding things from each other. When someone did well, they congratulated them or they commiserated with each other, so that was lovely to see.
How much are you excited to see the Kunal again in Golmaal again?
Yes, Golmaal 4 is on, and they're shooting at the moment, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be exciting. I always love Rohit Shetty films, and I loved Kunal, of course, in Golmaal 3. So I have lots of expectations from 4, and I'm sure that those will be met.
After a long time, Saif and Kunal are going to work together in renewed of Goa Gone.
Yes, well, I think plans are on. I loved Goa Gone, and I would love to see a sequel. So if it happens, it'll be incredible. And I love both their characters in Golmaal, in Goa Gone. So I'm looking forward to another sequel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.